The Greenland issue, I just spoke to a reporter, Nick Robertson, the CNN international editor in the capital of Greenland. They don't want any part of US governance of their massive island, but it looks like that's Donald Trump's intention, Greg. How serious is this for NATO?
This is very disturbing, Kieran, because it may be that Trump is just bluffing and he's not going to take any military action and he's not even going to finally impose tariffs on West European allies. But this is tremendously destabilising for the NATO alliance. Trump's motivations are really appalling. Anything he wants to achieve in security terms with Greenland, he can achieve today. Under existing treaties, he can put in as many military bases as he likes. It may be that he has eyes eventually on Greenland's mineral wealth. I have the theory that he wants to be one of those presidents, like President McKinley at the end of the 19th century, who oversaw a big expansion of American territory. America acquired Hawaii at the end of the 19th century. America bought Alaska earlier in the 19th century. America bought Louisiana, the Great Louisiana Purchase from the French at the beginning of the 19th century. And I think he thinks that this will be an immortal part of his legacy to add this giant territory to the United States. Now, the argument that Greenland would be better off with the US is pretty strong, but you just have no right to take a nation against its will. And, I thought Trump had done a number of good things lately, Gaza and Iran, and even I think there's a good case for what he did in Venezuela. But then he turns around and it seems to be so ego-driven, this bizarre letter to Norway's Prime Minister saying, you didn't give me the Nobel Peace Prize, that's why I feel free to act in Greenland. Just every week, Kieran, we're just kind of gobsmacked with some new Trump atrocity. When he's good, he's very good, and when he's bad, he's bloody awful.
Indeed. And just before you go, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't get your thoughts on Iran. Is it still on a precipice? Is it too hard to tell, given the blackout, the media blackout that's been enforced by the theocratic regime?
Well, the Iranian regime survived the most severe challenge since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. It survived it by slaughtering tens of thousands of its own people. Incidentally, no left-wing demonstrators on the streets worried about that, just a few ethnic Iranians and some supportive Jews. However, they are very scared of Donald Trump. Now, Trump, I think, was bluffing last week because he didn't have an aircraft carrier battle group in the Middle East, and that makes the Americans much more formidable in the Middle East. He's bringing an aircraft carrier battle group to the Middle East as we speak, and these demonstrations could reignite, although a lot of people are dead and a lot of Iranian families are mourning the death at the hands of their own government. But this is still a very volatile situation, and Trump has now got a taste for, precise limited surgical strikes. I think this is still very volatile and unpredictable over the short term.